What's up? This is George Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219. Stand up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. It's Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Shy, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Regina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV. Live with Greg, and the crew.
What's up? It's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. We ain't gonna mess around this time, okay? Because it's gonna be a great show today. Look, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Why am I lagging? I don't get it. I tell everybody else about their lag, but now I'm lagging. It's all good. It's all good. It's because we got a fun show today, and it's gonna have to take some lagging in order to get this all out. All right. So, having said that, let me bring on my cast of characters real quick. What's up, Gina?
What's up? You ready for this?
Man, look.
I'm ready.
I was born ready. You do know this, right? I was born
You
ready.
was born ready to lag. That's what you were born ready for.
You already know. Let's bring on the life coach, Jeff Relevant.
What's
going on, y'all?
Jeff?
What's good with you? How y'all been tonight?
You're gonna be crazy, man. You're gonna be crazy, bye.
All right, let's get it.
Let's bring on Mo B.
What's happening, Mo?
What's up, Mo?
I'm lagging.
What's up?
What's happening, Marcy?
Hey.
Oh, she did a Gina.
Hey, what's going on?
Don't call that to Gina. Don't call that to Gina.
You did a Greggy with your lag earlier.
That wasn't me though. It was the lag. That was
Green, right?
No, I said he did a Greggy.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Hey man, today on the show, I'm just look. Y'all don't even know how happy I am, number one, to have these two gentlemen on here. Okay, number one, we got Zell Cross. He was on a couple of days ago. He had some technical difficulties. Yeah. We straightened it all out.
Got it now.
Oh yeah, we good.
Entrepreneur. He is an entrepreneur. He's he's an author. He's now he's becoming a stuntman and an actor. Okay, we got his partner from way back in the day, and still, brotherhood don't know end. Dave Leonard today. Dave is, man, I don't even think we got enough time to say what Dave does, okay? we have to add a part 3 for this one, okay? But Dave is an actor. He's been on numerous shows, television shows as well as movies. He's been a locations manager, assistant locations manager for Empire and a dozen other shows, man, okay? We're going to learn all about them and talk about what they've done and a couple more surprises too, you know what I'm saying? So y'all hang out, check us out. Thank you guys for tuning in to DopelivenTV Live. Before we get started, let's support and shout out my mans. Y'all already know what I'm getting ready to do, right?
Jamie.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Jamie.
Whoa, this is why I'm here.
He's creating a platform for everyone to come and tell their story of how they turned tragedy into triumph. And everyone has a story to tell. Get ready to be motivated and inspired on That's Why I'm Here. So get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, your talk show host, Jamie McGrone.
Hi, I'm Jamie McGrone from That's Why I'm Here.
All right.
There it is.
clean. That boy clean. Hey man, tell him Mike Green, DJ Mike Green, owner of the Ville Radio, man. And look, dude, that dude does some amazing things. All right, and he was actually on Empire one time. I don't know if Dave remembers him or not. He was on Empire one time. He was the DJ in the back when they was in the garage scene, doing this thing, man. Everybody, I just love it when people are succeeding like that. Let's get started, though. Let's get started. First, let's bring on Jens. He was here last couple of days ago, right? Now he's on. I mean, look, Gina, he in there waiting too. He got it.
I trained him well.
All right now.
What's up, Zell?
Hey, Zell.
Hey, Zell.
What's going on, brother?
Hello. Thank you for having me back.
Oh, dude, it's all right, man. This is home, okay? Let's bring on your boy, man. Look, because y'all know we're going to get into some cooking them grits later on in the show, okay?
I got some questions.
Yes.
Sir.
All I could think of was Al Green.
Me too.
Wow.
Really?
I was like, oh, wait.
That's not what you're supposed to think of.
Exactly, right? Far from it.
That's where my mind went.
Hey, you all give a nice welcome to my man David Leonard.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. What's happening, y'all?
D.
Yo, what up?
Hey, Brenda.
Come on, bro.
What's
Y'all
happening,
not
man?
understanding how happy I am right now because these
We
two guys here,
understand.
and I didn't get a chance to. I'm about to cry, dude. I didn't get a chance to edit
About to
any
get
tape or anything together. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna get emotional today, man. Okay, today's gonna be emotional. I haven't. She gonna unroll a tampon and give it to me.
No need for those. No need for those. Sorry.
TMI, Marcy.
Hey, man, he opened up Pandora's box when he said that one.
Oh, my goodness.
Why would you do? I didn't say you needed them, Marcy. I'm just saying, why throw it out there? Okay, they're not an advertiser on the show. We only put on there. Anyway, welcome, guys.
Still Greg. It's still Greg. It's still Greg, David. It's still Greg.
Yep, you ain't changed a bit. Not changed a bit.
I've known them better than 40 years.
And they've been knowing me for they've worked with me. They know how I am, okay?
I work with you too.
Yeah. But when you was working with me, Mo, we was the buffing bosses. We was mopping floors, right?
Yeah, something like that.
We
just at our teams, hot at our teams.
Welcome to the show, man. We again, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in, first of all. But this is this show today is very special to me because these two gentlemen right here, they've done so much, not only back in the day with me, but in their own rights. Okay, they're actors now. You can Google these guys, IMDb these. You can do anything and see these guys. Okay, Dave has been on a lot of movies that I've seen, as well as I remember one time David called me, Greg, you out in GI? I said, yeah. You remember this day? He said, good spots. And I'm like, no, I don't. Okay. And my man Zell has always been Zell. This is like Kid and Play, the upgraded version. All right, the upgraded version. Man, look, guys, look.
That's funny because I always used to call Zell Play.
And if you guys, when we play this video, Cook Them Grits, if you look, you know, you got the light skin and dark skin, okay, but Zell got the suit on, all right, the jacket, and you know, Dave has always been Dave. Dave has always been clowning. And I saw an interview, Dave, that you did some time ago, and the guy said that you used to be shy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We never saw that.
Yeah.
We never.
I was very shy. Like even my mom used to always tell me that you know, why are you so quiet? You know what I mean? So I don't know, maybe that's the Virgo in me, but I get my little quiet moods every now and then.
And see, Dave was born on the 16th of September.
Yep.
I was born on the 14th of September. That's my brother right there for real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you know, we want to talk to you guys about, you know, your journey, of course. Okay, we didn't get a chance to finish talking with Zell about some of the things. And Zell, I kind of told you to curtail some of that because I really wanted to let everybody know that, you know, doing what you guys do it's not easy. It's not a cakewalk. And I know, Zell, that you know, you're being a stuntman. People will not believe what you went through to get to this point. Okay, you want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you all for having me again. Come back, because we had technical difficulties last time. This time I came ready, came early, logged on early, right? I even called Dave to tell him to make sure his mic and camera was working. So
right.
But see, Dave knows this, because I think I've had Dave on something before with me. If you remember, Dave, some time ago, right when we first started. I think I did. I could be.
Oh, yeah. It was that was a while.
It was a long
ago.
Yeah. But go ahead, Zell.
Okay. So I suffered from sciatica for about 10 years. Wow. I had some rear end collisions that, of course, were not my fault. I got hit from the back, in the car, and that caused a disc to bulge on my sciatic nerve. And I dealt with that pain for 10 years. I finally decided enough was enough. Went to the doctor, had surgery. Had surgery called a discectomy in order to remove the herniation from the disc. That was in 2018. We fast forward to 2020. I decided to go all in on, being an actor and a stunt performer. Decided earlier that year that I was going to go to LA. Dave, you and I were going to go to LA, right?
Yep.
We were going to go all in. We were going to go to Hollywood and, go on the auditions and try to make it happen, make it do what it do, baby. But COVID had other plans. God had other plans, right? So COVID hit, shut down the world. We couldn't do what we thought we were going to do. So the money that I set aside for taking that trip to LA, I took a stunt class. So that was when I took the stunt class in Beaufort, Georgia, with LA Stunts under Michael Long. Actually, Michael reached out to me to let me know he was proud of me and he enjoyed the interview we did a couple of days ago. So thank you, Mike, if you're watching. Love you, brother. Also, I started working out with the stunt community here in Chicago. A lot of guys from LBP Stunts. So every month I'm working out with the guys. Got my body in shape. Right now I got a wedding that I'm gonna be in next Saturday. So I got a few more pounds I'm looking to shed and a little more muscle I'm trying to add on so I can look good in the tux, right? Because those pictures are forever. So, so it's a constant journey. It's a constant journey in order to make sure you're eating right, exercising right. It's about health. The after effect or the outcome is your physical looks and how you look and how your skin may glow and how your clothes fit. Maybe they're fitting looser and your shirt is fitting just right. And you get some compliments like, I see you, like you get compliments from both men and women like, yo, I see you, right? But that's a byproduct of making sure your health is in shape and you're doing the right things and eating the right things and taking care of your body. So that's really how I got here. And then it's just a constant journey. It's that constant grind. Most actors, they understand that the real work is auditioning, right? So you get the jobs, but in between those jobs, you're auditioning. You're staying ready, because if you stay ready, you don't have to
get ready.
We all know that.
That's right, brother.
And again, man, that's a fantastic journey, because looking at the pictures that we showed the last time where you're throwing yourself around and getting snatched up and burnt up and this and that.
You can have the burning part, man.
You almost were not able to walk, So I'm like, that is fantastic. God is really, man, blessing you, man. Most definitely. Dave. Now look, it's going to take, y'all just bear with me for a second, okay? So 61st Street, the TV series, he's location manager. The Shot had a speaking role. Batman, key assistant location manager in Chicago. Station, I could go on and on and on and on. Chicago PD, had speaking role. Matter of fact, I didn't like that role, Dave, because you was a little sneaky there. You was a little shady on that one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking on Med?
Chicago Med, sorry.
Yeah, because I was a correctional officer on that. Yeah.
You're a little sneaky there, though, man.
Yeah.
Little sneaky. I was like, that's not the Dave I know, but he's acting. Okay, Dave, what made you make that leap? Okay, because I know back in the day you were more of promotions for music and everything. I know your dream was to get the Interscope or what's the other one?
Def Jam.
Def Jam. Okay, you got the Interscope. You know, did your thing. Okay, what made you switch?
Man, you know what? So I grew up in and around theater. My mom, you know, who I lost 2 years ago, was an amazing playwright, and so I grew up in and around theater from the age that I could walk and speak. And so I watched her journey as a creative. My mom was a brilliant storyteller, and I can go on and on about her forever. Like she's had won so many awards and done so many theater productions all over the country. And so I got to watch like the actors and what went on behind the scenes to bring those creations to life. But I was still a very shy kid. My mom used to try to break me out of it by taking me on auditions for like McDonald's commercials and Jell-O pudding pop commercials, and she even had a theater group out where I grew up in Harvey. She called it HOT. It was Harvey's own teen theater.
Yeah.
And so I was a part of that. And so we would put on like different productions and go to like different schools. So I had a little bit of the acting bug as a kid, but I was always shy. So what actually broke me out of that was music. I had a love for hip hop. That's when me and Zell linked up in high school. And that's what really broke me out of my shell, is when me and him started going out performing, as Code FI and battling in the lunchroom, and we got together with my cousin Gammon and started recording in the studio. So when I got together with Zell, that's what really broke me out of that mold, and I wanted to do more things. So I started really getting back into the acting probably in my 20s as I got older, and started auditioning, and got my headshots, and just kind of dipping my toe in the water with acting.
So I mean, for everybody that don't know, what does the FI and Code FI mean?
Zell, you want to take that?
So it's all an acronym. So Code FI stands for Couple of Dope MCs Finally in It. And and MCs is spelled EMCEES.
How do we decide to create Code FI, Zell?
Don't do it.
And that's another story.
He did.
So,
Yeah, we got his.
we actually started singing, right?
Yeah,
so the R&B group that we were a part of. So we were gonna bridge the gap between Jodeci and Boyz II Men. We were gonna fill that void, fill that gap right there.
Okay.
I didn't know it was a gap there.
We thought it was a gap. So we created a group called First Impression.
Yep.
It didn't last very long, about a half a summer.
We didn't have a lasting impression.
And after that half a summer, we decided we were going to rap.
Yeah.
And we borrowed that FI from First Impression, carried that over, and became Code FI.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
And the rest is history.
So when you guys came around to the 9257, didn't Matt Lloyd bring you guys?
Yeah, so the way the whole 925 thing came about is so 925 used to have two versions of the show. There was the live version of the show, which was 925 The Flip Side, which was filmed at a TV station in Harvey, and then the 925 broadcast show, which went all over the Chicago metropolitan and into Indiana too, right?
It went in that too, yeah.
Yeah. And so, but I lived right around the corner from where The Flip Side was shot. And so I used to watch. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I lived walking distance from where the studio was. So I used to watch it every Saturday. And I used to try to, when y'all would have contests, I used to try to call in to win something. And I'll never forget, there was a contest for something, and the prize was Craig Mack CD, Flavor in Your Ear.
His first CD.
And you had to call in and answer a question. And so I got through, and I answered the question right. And Matt Lloyd, who's the host of The Flip Side, told me to come pick up my prize. I think maybe that following week, or it might have even been that same night. And so I walked up. Yeah, I walked up to the studio, knocked on the door, and Matt and I had actually known each other. He was a theater coach at me and Zell's high school.
Okay.
But so when I came up there, I just told him, I was like, man, I wanna intern with y'all. I think you might have been there, G, when I said that. And y'all looked at me like I was crazy. Like,
we
intern.
We did.
It was like, okay, I guess, sure, why not?
because Dave, we was really just starting that Flip Side show.
Yeah.
Okay? So we like an intern, we never thought we was that big or that great, you know what I mean? But people made us, they kept pushing it to us and saying, yo, you guys are the shit. Okay. So go ahead.
Yeah. So y'all was like, sure, why not? And it was cool because at the time I just started interning with rest in peace, one of my mentors, Tammy Tisdale. And she had was had her own street promotion company. So she was getting a lot of artists or promoting a lot of artists and stuff. So I was able to kind of like bridge the gap and assist in helping, 925 get interviews and stuff through the different artists that we worked with. And then I was telling Zell, I was like, dude, you gotta come check out the show, man. And then next thing you know, me and Zell came on, and then we started, doing a segment on the show, and it was on from there.
It was history from
I have a question. Did you guys think that it would take you as far as it took you? Did you see that in your future?
I feel like we was just having fun, like
we were just having fun.
Okay.
Yeah, we weren't.
But it's still fun to this day. I mean, you never work a day in your life if you love doing what you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we weren't even like thinking that far in advance at the time. It was just like, man, we were just happy to be involved, and just get all these new experiences that we hadn't had before. And me and Zell as music artists, it was even a plus for us because we got to really be in these different atmospheres where we were trying to be as artists. So.
So y'all got a chance to see the inside.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Absolutely. So actually, while Dave was doing the promotion, I was interning at Jive Records.
Right.
Under Wayne Williams. I was working with Wayne Williams' assistant, John Redmond. So I was interning in the A&R department, learning the business. Like everything that you don't know, I learned. I was like, wow, is that how the industry works? Like reaching out to artists, calling them in, setting up appointments for them to book studio time, like the whole nine.
Wow.
And I was actually working for Battery Studios. So I would intern at Jive and work at Battery where they would actually pay me. So that was exciting. Interning is free.
Got some money coming.
So,
he was started that.
Yeah, absolutely. So if I sat in on studio sessions, they would pay me. They were so cool as the engineers. They actually mixed one of our albums for free.
Whoa.
That's right. Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. I actually I gotta say it.
It must be funny.
R. Kelly was booking time and wouldn't show up, right? What? So he was booking all this studio time,
so
and
y'all
he wouldn't
just
show up.
Took advantage.
They were both. It was like, we have nothing to do. Rob got all this studio time, and we're just here waiting for him. He won't show up. We'll mix your album. I was like, real?
Say all right now.
Hey, Dave, come on up here, man.
That was an open door.
Yes.
Exactly. Took a whole opportunity.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we got a lot of blessings along the way. And I actually started doing some background work back when Early Edition, it was a TV show that came on, I believe, CBS, where the guy got a paper a day early. I did a few days of background work on that. And I was actually in the movie Hoodlum.
I remember that movie.
I'm dating myself, right? So hey, I got a real clean shot in the movie theater because I was in the last scene that was the funeral scene. But when they edited for television, forget about it.
I can't tell you how
my names ain't even in the credit.
How many videos that I was in, music videos that I was in, but I wasn't. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy, man. But it was good to be there, But when these two gentlemen came to the show, again, like Dave said, you know, it was like, all right, whatever, you know. We didn't know anything about Harvey, Illinois at all, all right? But, you know, we were blessed to be able to land there because at that time we didn't have any place to store our videos or even do anything because, you know, hometown wasn't doing nothing for us. All right, we had to reach out. Okay, Tanya Williams, appreciate you opening that door for us there. But man, you know, these guys came in and they were, you know, fresh faces, and they brought a different energy to us. You know what I mean? There was a whole different energy that we really needed. We had Ben, you know, my guy Ben, and Ben was always joking. But these guys came in, they was jokesters, they were serious, but they were talented, and we let them do, I think, what was it called? It wasn't Hit Picks because I think that was Ease. You guys had
it was the Hit Picks, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was the Hit Picks, the pick of the hit. Ease did the breakdown.
The breakdown.
Yeah.
I remember that time him and Jason Weaver got into it too. But but yeah, these guys did a thing called the Hit Picks where they picked a song, a record or an album that you guys should listen to, you know, or buy, and it took off. It was really a part of the show that people really wanted to see. And these two gentlemen right here, man, I'm telling you, man, I knew they was going to do some big things. I didn't know they was going to do as big as they're doing it right now, you know, but they're doing big things. And again, I'm proud of you guys. I feel like my little brother's just, wow, damn.
Oh man, we appreciate
y'all had to be shot callers early in the game.
Man,
you know, just to be bold enough to walk in somewhere of that nature and ask, can I be an intern? That right there shows that you have initiative. You want to be there, you want to work versus, you know, how we have a lot of young people now. They feel entitled that, hey, give me a job, just, you know, I want, you know, give me money and I'm not going to do anything about it. But that's how you get ahead.
Yeah.
You know, you come in, you ask, but be ready to do the work.
Absolutely.
And they still look the same.
Yeah.
That means no stress on the job.
That's right. That's right. It's not a job if you like what you're doing. Like Moby said earlier, it's not a job.
And we have a lot of people though. Now that station, I'm not gonna lie, we use that station as a place to, you know, pull some women. You know, we have but we had a lot of characters that come down there too. One of them was this guy right here, Dave You Save. That's Dave.
What's up, man? What's happening, man? What's happening?
We used to dope MFNC. Man, that's a mouthful.
What we used to call it, MC Opie.
Not Opie.
MC Opie. Hey man, you know what?
My man doing big things right now.
Yes, he is doing big things.
Dave, you're in the real estate game, ain't you, bro?
Yes, sir. I tried to get him to come on. He said he gonna comment, okay? But I was able to do something, okay? So there was one guy, man, that it's tried and true. He wasn't on the camera that much, okay, but he was there, okay? That's my guy right here, Andrew.
3,000.
Hi.
What up, Drew?
Hi, Andrew.
How you doing, brother?
What's going on?
What's up,
Yes, sir. I told y'all gonna be some surprises. We setting up this 925 reunion right quick, you know?
Man, this is like an episode of This Is Your Life right now.
People just show up on the screen.
What's up, Drew?
Man.
What's going on? Just getting off work.
Good seeing you, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Drew,
sir.
Drew, what's one of your biggest memories from 925, man?
Man, it's so many.
Yeah, I know.
We had a good time on. It's a lot of them. I remember we did like I remember the lockdown episode where we did like a almost like an 8-hour show. That's when I remember.
Oh yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah, I definitely remember that one.
Was that during New Year's Eve?
It was
New Year's. I believe it was New Year's Eve. Yeah.
Yeah, because the reason why I think so is because we was afraid of all the gunshots, so we wanted to stay inside till all the gunshots.
Exactly.
Good idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're playing it off. Come on, man, let's do this show.
Right.
Exactly. Let's make this happen real quick.
And I also remember I was a little inebriated because we just had a lot of liquor.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That was in a hotel, wasn't it?
No, that was at the studio.
No, that was at the station. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because at the station, look, I can tell y'all one thing that I do remember. There was one time, I don't know if you guys were there that night, but you remember they had the kitchen, they had the bathroom, they had the studio, they had the studio where all the equipment was at, the regular studio. Okay, we did the show that night, but afterwards, it was a oasis in there. All right, I mean, these are married guys now, so they don't recall.
I wasn't there.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
They wasn't in the mix.
Don't say.
They weren't there. We had a lot of friends in the neighborhood to come through and just congratulate.
What are you talking about, Greg?
I got two memories. One of them I was actually not present for, but I watched it on one of the episodes. And that's when the Notorious B.I.G. almost whipped Greg's ass.
Oh, hold on. You must tell this story. We gonna shut this down.
Millions
you gotta
right
shut this down. We gotta hear this.
Greg, you gotta tell the story. Like I said,
I gotta hear the story.
I only watched.
He never told us this, y'all. He never told us this one.
Because they didn't edit it out. They but it was something that led up to it. So
Dave, we said damn and a couple other words, but Notorious B.I.G. didn't want to adhere to the rules. I said, look, and I talked to him, okay, I don't know if he's looking at me or not because he had that biggie eye. I don't know if he
what?
No.
I know you didn't say that.
Not the biggie eye, boy.
So he continued to say these words, all the curse words he could find. He kept on doing it. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that.
You're going to be the big hit. You keep messing around with me, you're going to be the big hit.
And he was like, well, and I told him, you're going to need me before I need you, bro. And sure enough, I guess Buff must have said something to him or whatever. And he came back and said, yeah, man, let's do this. All right. And we did it. But, he still said a couple of words. Let it go.
What's funny, he was, and I'm no pun intended, but he was side-eyeing you the whole time.
That is wrong, Dave.
That is fun.
I've never been so scared watching the 925 interview as I was that one.
Say he had his 9 in his hand. He was looking at him and looking at you.
Here's the funny part. We went to Nashville, Tennessee to one of those conventions, right? And saw him again. Didn't get an interview, saw him again. And they had the bad boy flag all over the place, man. And I was actually scared because it was time with all of that mess was going on, okay? I was actually scared because I'm like, you know what? I hope he don't remember me. I don't want to interview with him. I'm cool, all right? But it was a good time. It was still a good time.
Yeah.
Very good time.
And then my other memory is Drew and Zell. I don't know if both of y'all were there or one of y'all, but we were leaving. This was one time we were leaving out of the Flipside studio to go to Bennigan's because that was our old school hangout.
Right.
And we was going to get something to eat before the show, and we happened to Matt Lloyd, the host, we were all riding with him, and he sped out of the parking lot just trying to show off, and there happened to be a group of DEA agents that were looking for somebody down the street from where we were.
What?
I don't remember this.
And we sped past them, and next thing you know, they swooped behind us and hopped out the car with guns all on us and made us get out the car, open up his trunk, and halfway stripped down because they thought we were the guys that they were looking for.
Wow.
Neither one of us.
That was the Jump Out Boy.
Yeah.
That was the Jump Out Boy.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that one.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there for that one.
It was only you, Dave?
I know Ben was there. Ben and probably Ezel, but yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's ask Ben.
All
What's up?
Nice segue.
Y'all hear me pretty good?
How you doing, Ben?
Man, what's going on, man? Can y'all hear me pretty good?
We can hear
yes,
you.
indeed. Yes, indeed.
Man, listen, it's good seeing y'all little ugly faces, man.
Good to see you too, bro.
Hey, listen. It was a lot of gatherings where alcohol was available. I was in the corner with the Bible. Okay.
Okay.
That's what it's
I was trying to
anyway.
share the word with them.
That's your story. That's your story. All right.
So when we see a flash, that means God is punishing you, know it that you're lying.
Hey, Andrew, you better move up a little bit.
Man, listen.
I can't shift the positions here.
Man, hey, listen, man. We had some of the greatest times, and literally, I jumped on board. I was probably like a junior year in high school, and 925 was just coming into the next level of coming from the dance studio with just playing videos, getting into interviewing celebrities. So mind you, I'm in 11th grade, 12th grade, going to clubs in Chicago, right?
Wow.
And I'm
sneaking in clubs.
Well,
with the Bible.
Hey, look.
Exactly. With his Bible.
Right. I have to choose my words wisely because they got this RICO law going on, and you know what I mean. So we may or may have not have sort of kind of gone through a way that was closed, but going and literally elbow to elbow with some of the greatest celebrities in the green room. Man, this is beyond a fantasy. I couldn't have written that part in my life, man. That's one of the best chapters in my life, man. It was just awesome, man. And I always give homage to Greg for having a vision and allowing me to ride along with him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'll say this. That's one of the things that I've learned in life. Your vision, you think it's for you, but it's connected to a lot of other people when it comes to providing their path or developing their path and providing assistance and chapters in their life that they can celebrate. You know what I mean? So when you look at your vision, you have to understand that it's a blessing for you, but it's a gift for others. And that's what 925 was for me.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, I appreciate all y'all too, just for welcoming all of us in, because y'all had kind of already had your brotherhood already going, and then you welcomed us in, and then we became your brothers, and it was like one big happy family, man. And that was that meant a lot to us all, man, for real.
You know what's interesting? As I can recall, I remember coming in for an interview one time, like we were interviewed on camera with Matt Lloyd for The Flip Side, and we came back every week for years.
Yeah. Hey, checking on this application.
We never stopped coming.
What does this mean you do? I'm just checking on my application, man.
Yes, sir.
Man. But
it was a brotherhood and it was family. So definitely thank you guys for receiving us.
Oh, no, man, honestly, man, we just needed somebody to carry some bags.
We did that. Yeah.
And I was gonna say too, we did a lot of sneaking into conferences too. Drew, I know you know about that.
We did.
Miami.
We used to make fake badges.
The lanyard.
You used to make what?
Yeah, saying a little too much, brother. Say a little too much.
That's statute of limitations here.
I wasn't there.
Right.
You know what? Hey, Greg, you gotta watch them if you invite them in there.
It's 20 years long.
Let me reframe that. When obstacles presented themselves, we were creative and blessed enough to circumvent to get to our target.
I love that wording, brother. I love that word.
There you go.
He worked around all that.
Right.
How many times though did we circumvent? Okay, I mean we had the cheesiest placards. Okay, I'm telling you, they were cheesy. All right, but we worked because we discussed it at first. Okay, look, man, because Bill was the king of it. Okay, look, man.
Really?
Throw him under the bus and put it over.
What's funny is y'all actually did a show where y'all was sneaking into a concert. I think it was like one of the WGCI back to school jams or something.
Yeah. In the back, we did it on the staircase in the back. Yeah, I remember that one. Trying to find it to edit it in here and show because you guys were there too.
Yeah.
And it was good. But you know, talking about Ben real quick, Ben came in, like he said, he was a junior in high school.
Yeah.
He went directly to the boards. You know what I'm saying? He went directly in that. He said, "Do you mind if I sit in here?" I said, "I don't care, little dude. Go ahead." And literally, the next time he came, he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew what to do. All right.
Yeah, and this is what happened. This is what happened. I always wanted to be in front of the camera, right? This gave me an opportunity not only to be in that space, but to see behind the scenes. So I was like a kid at a candy shop, you know what I mean? Seeing all this, and we had to, Matt, him doing his thing and everything, and I was like, wow, what the heck? So what happened was maybe my senior year or the year after, the technology changed and it went to nonlinear. So what that did was it leveled the playing field because nobody knew it. So that gave me a perfect opportunity to walk in there and master the nonlinear, and then I claim my position.
Without a doubt.
So that worked out. It just fell into my lap like that, you know.
And the thing that really impressed me about you, Ben, is that college wasn't for you. You didn't do college. You stuck with us, and then you made your own business, your own career, just as all of these guys have done. Period. Okay, and look. I've stayed in touch with Ben. Ben and I used to 3 o'clock in the morning. Hey,
right?
You up? I'm like, yeah, I'm up. He said, "What you doing? What you working on now?" And we would talk for damn near 3 hours. Okay,
right?
Just talking about what we're doing, and Ben would, the teacher becomes the student. Ben telling me, "Gee, you need to do this. Try this and do this and that." And everything, it's a humility kind of thing. Okay, you got to be humble sometime in order in this business, especially, and listen. Not just be arrogant and say I know this, I know that. You don't know everything. Okay, listen. And, taught me a lot. You guys taught me a lot. Drew was always in there though. Drew just was the workhorse, man. Drew was like, hey, that was that guy right there, Drew. Man, Drew, appreciate you so much, bro, for hanging.
Hey, man.
Doing what you do.
Y'all my family, man. I don't care as long as we don't talk. I mean, we don't not talk for like years. As long as I see one of y'all on Facebook or something like that. Well, me and Dave every week now with our podcast. So but the rest of y'all, if I don't see y'all, but I know we still family.
You already know. You make a call. It's done. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, guys, first of all, how great is this? How great is this to just
it's amazing.
This is 925 right here.
Oh,
yeah.
You couldn't surprise us.
Dude ain't here. The dude with the furry haircut, he ain't here. But we still here, guys. We still here.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. When I see you guys doing, your production stuff, man, I always think about the beginnings. Yep. Your beginnings, the foundation. A lot of times we forget those building blocks. And I always, stay connected with 925 in my heart because I couldn't have walked into that experience, man. I don't know how I would have, if it wasn't for 925, I don't know what other door would have presented itself to give me a front row seat and the opportunity to goof up. And boy, did I do that. I mean, talk about when we going into do those interviews and then we go back to the studio and they asking me, hey man, where's the light? I thought you had it. No, man. Where's the mic? Oh, and this is like $100 worth of equipment, and we paying out of our pocket. So, and they still kept me on board, so giving me the opportunity to goof up and stick with it. That
would get fired.
Yeah, man. It was just dope, man.
Just like the DopelivenTV family that I got right here, man. That was God. It's God puts people in your position, in your place that you need. All right, we needed every single piece of what you guys see here on that bottom row right here. We needed every single piece of that in order to make the show a success. And it worked. It just worked. We were beaten out. I mean, seriously. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, because we were at the time where MTV was just coming out and BET was doing their thing. We took it from a studio to the streets. We wanted to make sure that it was as comfortable for the artists as possible. So we Ben, I don't know if you remember, we played pool with Outkast. Okay.
Yeah. Goody Mob, all of them, man.
All of them. Okay. I don't know if it was you or Dave that tried to hit on Janet Jackson.
That was both.
I don't know.
Look, we have our celebrity stories, but we're gonna keep them quiet.
No, I got one more. Ben, we were interviewing SWV. Okay.
Oh man, that was
we wanted to holler. We definitely wanted to holler. You know, Matt wanted Taj. I wanted the little short.
All of them.
Lily.
Yeah, Ben had a drink. What did Ben do?
No,
he spilled his drink on.
Oh,
no.
I remember that.
I remember that.
Okay, so let me,
that's the oldest trick in the book, man.
Let me reframe.
That wasn't on purpose.
So our other partner, Ease, he was dancing with Coco. That's who it was, the dark tall one.
Yep.
And Coco had on these long white riding boots or thigh boots.
Right.
Okay?
I remember.
And so again, they had alcohol. Every time we go, I mean, just think about how they lay out stuff for celebrities, right?
Yeah.
And so they had the best of the best. So Ease is dancing with alcohol in his hand. So I'm like,
Ease used to get lit too.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh shoot, sandwich mode. So I go there and I start dancing. I hit his cup. It's dark. I hit his cup, and that drink went tumbling all down the leg. Now, here's the safety thing for me. So Ease always had this stuttering problem, right? So with that and alcohol, he couldn't say it was me fast enough. So he's like, hey. I was like, man, you did that, man. Get away from him, man.
He couldn't get it out fast enough.
He couldn't get it out fast enough. So I walked on off the dance floor and helped her wipe a boot off and everything, man. And I was the
That is hilarious.
He was mad, man. He's still mad.
Dang.
Well, there was one thing that they used to always do, and they would say, Greg, make them mad. You know, I don't know why they used to tell me to make these guys mad. All right.
Anyway,
do you remember this little dude? I forgot his name, but he called me Donkey Kong Country. All right.
What's his name? He was with Dougie Fresh.
Yes.
Little dude. Vicious.
Little Vicious.
This dude just straight up, I don't know if they put it in his ear or whatever, but this dude just straight up and said, "You look like Donkey Kong Country." I was like,
"Hey man, look, hey look,
feel donkey get kick."
Y'all say what's up,
Chris? What up, Chris?
What's
How you
up,
doing?
Chris?
What's
going on, Chris?
Chris.
But I mean, you know, again, we had some great time. And Zell, we did not get what was your most memorable moment back then?
Probably playing basketball with Jason Weaver. We would go. We connected with Jay Wee so many times. Like go over his crib and hang out with him. And get to know his mom, Kitty Haywood.
Mama Kitty.
Yeah. So playing basketball with Jay Wee was like, you know, that was real cool, man. You know, like we had some good time. You know, we were able to connect with celebrities in ways that we wouldn't normally have had the opportunity to do that if it wasn't for 925. So again, thank you for giving us a front seat to like being able to meet some great people and find out how they are when the cameras are off, and you know, are they cool? Are they not cool? Are they gonna get to Barnell Hill? Like, come on, man, that's Hollywood. Like,
so let me ask you a question. Have any of y'all ran into them? Any of those people y'all met back in 925 days since y'all been out?
Dave got a Jason Weaver story.
No, I don't. No, Jason. So I work on the show The Shy, and Jason is you know, he's one of the recurring characters on there now. He plays Shy. So I see him from time to time when he's working on set, and we haven't like talked about it the whole 925 days, but I bump into him whenever he's in town filming. So yeah, other than that, I can't think of anybody else that I like have seen from those days that we interviewed in recent years.
Yeah.
So Ben,
yeah,
tell us about Janetta Patton.
No.
That's his wife.
I was wondering who's gonna bring it up. I was wondering who's gonna bring it up.
Wait, man, was you trying to holler at Usher Mama?
No. No, sir. No, sir. Just a great friend.
So Usher was on our show. Usher was on our show a lot, okay, a few times. And that's all I'm gonna say. Usher was on our show.
She's just a great friend. Great person. Good heart.
Well, you're not saying nothing, you're saying a whole lot.
Yeah, whenever
he's saying a lot without saying a little.
Whenever articulate black people have to pause and say,
yeah. Like I said, you're saying a lot.
Clean it up.
I'll tell you this when it comes to memories. Again, see when you meet these celebrities, right? Especially in when they're able to cut it off, right? Cut off the performance, right? And this happens in the green room when it's just them, and you keep seeing them. They always say you never want to meet your superhero because your superhero is on a pedestal that you put them on. But then the closer you hang with them, you be like, dang, Superman, you smoke? Right?
Right.
What the heck you doing smoking? You know, where's your cape at? You know what I mean? So all that comes down. So we would see him like 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Like a lot, because Chicago was a happening spot. So they had to come through there. So we would always see him. So you start to hear regular conversations. Man, these folks, you thought they was rich. Man, please.
Exactly.
They are staying in a 1-bedroom apartment with like 3 or 4 artists. We hated interviewing Total because Total, hey, look, hey, man, I love them, but they used to always wear these black leather suits, right? So every time that we see them, we want to interview them, they got the black leather suits on, and it's making our show look like a rerun. He was like, yeah, dog it, man. I mean, it's looking like, we chopping up the interviews or whatever, man. But hey, remember that time Tretch from Naughty by Nature
got in trouble that night.
Fight?
Yeah,
that same night. You know what I mean, man? So all in all, man, I've learned that entertainment is entertainment, and then there's real world. Whatever you see on TV, whatever how these people present themselves, understand it's an on switch and it's an off switch, and they're mostly on an off switch. You are just seeing this little bitty pocket of fabulousness, if that's a word. You know what I mean? So, so that was the other side of the coin that was a little deflating, but it was like, it is what it is, because again, you put everybody up here, stuff is fake and rented, and man, they was just as poor as us, but we had a good time. It was a lit party.
I want to pause for a moment, okay, and let the life coach get in here and do his life coach thing, okay? But when we come back, I want to know the worst experience that you've had, okay? And I got one that's really stood out in my head, okay? But right now we're gonna go to the life coach, Jeff Rutherford. Give us something.
All right, here we go. Real quick, I want to talk about opportunity and taking advantage of opportunity. Always be willing to network, be willing to talk to people, because you just never know who God is going to connect you with right along the way. This, especially with this episode, we see where we have some brothers here who started off in one area and they got a whole bunch of different opportunities thrown at them to meet different people, to network, to associate themselves with people who can advance their opportunity as well. That's another thing, because while you're actually taking advantage of the opportunity, notice that there are little pockets, small little pockets that you got, and doors that you have to actually walk through to go to your next level. So don't be scared. Don't ever not be willing to take the leap of faith, because that's all God is looking for. If he opened up the door for you, all you have to do is go right through it, and you'll never know where you'll end up, or you'll never know who you'll meet along the way.
Absolutely. That's the life coach, Jeff Rutherford.
Yes, sir.
Podcast on Mondays, okay? Y'all check him out. Life coach Jeff Rutherford, redirect, regroup, refocus all day long.
You said it right, too. That's what I'm
saying. Always
yeah, he did.
Hey,
he said it quick, too.
Bro. All right. Anyway, So we're talking today with my guys, man. This is my family. These are my little brothers. All of them my little brothers are. Even Chris on the bottom row too. That's my little brother too. But these are my little brothers from the 925 music video show that we used to do back in the 90s, going into the 2000s. Okay, groundbreaking show. Okay, we did our thing. All right. Now I wanted to ask you guys about the worst experience, not just with 925, but in the industry. But mine was Vivica Fox. If you can remember, Ben, we went to Indianapolis. Vivica was in a, and yeah, I'm naming names. Vivica was in a celebrity basketball game, charity basketball game, and we had an interview with her. Our equipment was messing up. It wasn't ready at the time. And so she came out there. She was standing there. Then she was like, "Y'all fools better hurry up and get this ready. I gotta go." And I'm like, you know what? I really don't want to do it no more. You can go. Matt was like, our other partner was like, "Man, we got to get this. I'm gonna get it right." And I told her I can't. I tried to talk to her and say, "Well, hey, look, just give us a couple of minutes and this and that." And she was, doing the. Do y'all have it yet? Ben, were you there?
No, I think I missed that one because it was that the same day you interviewed. What's her name? Tamala.
Yes, Tamala.
That little actress or short little actress. I think I missed that one.
You missed that one, dog.
But yeah, I was mad too.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
And she turned out to be a great fan. I was like, forget Vivica. Tamala, what's up? And she got on there and told everybody that we was getting married. And I was like, yes, we are. I played that for a while. Okay. What was your experience, Andrew?
The worst experience with just a celebrity on the show. Which one?
Either one.
The worst experience I've had with a celebrity. It wasn't a lot of them, but on the show, I would say that we had another show. Everything was going well. I know Dave and Zell wasn't there yet, but they was coming from Indianapolis. But somebody locked us in the studio.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And broke into some people's cars.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
Wow.
They did.
I actually heard. I don't think I was there.
Yeah. Nah, you wasn't there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that was probably my worst experience there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Dwayne or somebody had to come and get us out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that was scary too. They could have set the place on fire and deal with it. Locked in there.
Yeah. Glad I didn't have a car then. Anyway, what was your worst?
Man, so my worst celebrity experience, hands down. I tell the story a lot. I'm not gonna tell the full story because it's kind of long, but Busta Rhymes. I worked for Interscope Records for 5 years, and Busta had one release through Interscope and Aftermath called The Big Bang. And when he came into Chicago to do promo for that, I had to take him around to radio. And I set up all these different promotional activities for him. And, he, I don't know if it was roid rage or just bipolar or whatever, but he definitely showed, why they call it flip mode, because he flipped on me a few times and just like went clean off on me. For like no reason, you know what I mean? So I had a couple run-ins with Busta, and Ben, you talk about when you meet your idols, and then you had a bad experience. That was definitely one of those. I'm still a Busta Rhymes fan. I love his music. I think he's a legend.
Emotionals no more.
But right, exactly. So yeah, I had some issues with Busta.
What about you, Zell?
Hey Dave, was that Big Buster or Little Buster?
It was definitely Big Buster.
So you know what that was. You know what that was, right?
Roid Rage.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
That's funny, man. Zell, what about you, man?
So I guess it was not really a celebrity. It's just more like with the industry itself. So while I was at Jive, I would have to have connections and, build relationships with some of the artists that were assigned to the label. And there was a new artist, well, a new group rather, named Elegant, L.A.G.A.N.Z.
About that.
Elegant, and they actually had a song on a Booty Call soundtrack called "Like a Player." So that was the movie with it was what
Jamie Foxx,
Jamie Foxx,
yeah, Tommy Davidson.
yeah, right. So way back then, right? So I actually was in the studio with them, sat in on sessions with them when they were recording their album. Their album took longer than it should have taken to record. After it was recorded, the A&R department decided to shelve it.
Wow.
Never released it.
Wow.
And they made me call them.
Damn.
To fly into Chicago so that they can get dropped from the label.
I'm sorry,
man.
but you're no longer on the label anymore. Click. I did a long distance call on that one right there, man.
And I love them guys, man. I really did. And I felt so bad. I felt so bad. I was just like, wow. And, you know, like they wrote, you know, it was like you look at your assets and liabilities, debits and credits, and a record label and record deals. They look at numbers, and it's really all about numbers. A record company is like, it's kind of like a bank. They'll lend you money to record your album, to shoot your music videos, and if they don't see a return on an investment,
you drop it.
Right.
They done. So I had to call them in, and I was there when they made it, like a few days later, and furniture was moving. They were really upset, and rightfully so. If you get a record deal and you telling everybody, my life's about to change. I just got a record deal. We got signed. We recorded our whole album. We shot a music video. We on a soundtrack. Like, all of these are big things, right? And then
very big things.
I was like, man, I was hurt for them. Like, and plus they was gonna put my name in the album, so I was like, man. But like they were really cool guys though, man. And I really felt bad, and that just made me look at the industry a little differently, and I really stopped seeking the approval of record labels and trying to get a record deal. And we just did our own thing, which I applaud him and I appreciate you for being my partner ride with me as we did that, taking that journey together. And we just released music ourselves, did shows ourselves, promoted ourselves. We just, we did it all ourselves. So we was, kind of like how as Master P used to do it. Just do it. Just get out there and, grind, sell your music. And 925 also gave us the opportunity to be seen so that we can share some of our music and, do signings and perform at, oh my God, at the Phoenix Fest. We used to
just thinking about that.
At the Phoenix Fest. That was one of the greatest. Phoenix, Illinois. Big, right? So not that big.
One block.
Yeah, it borders Harvey and South Holland. Not that big, but they would have a festival every year, concerts, performances. Boy, we used to get it in. Yeah, we always had a great time. So so that was like really like, just one of the bad experiences, just really having to call somebody, telling them that I couldn't even tell them they didn't have a record deal. But yeah.
Then where you at?
Man, I'm right here. My biggest, I would say my saddest moment was when the industry or the music changed. Yeah. So it went from DOS effects,
New Jack sound.
So it went from that thinking music, what I mean, that inspiring music to more kill 'em, booty shaking Luke. What I mean? Luke was always there, but he was like, by himself, and we even play him late at night. We play his video late at night. What I mean, like 12 o'clock, 1 in the morning. But all music started to go on that side, and I personally was being disgusted with putting that music out there, because I had now nieces and nephews that were getting up to some age, and they were a fan of me working in the production field and everything, and watching the show, and I was like, man, I can't have them watching this, man. And my eyes just opened up, and I said, man, every show that I would edit, my stomach would turn because I'm the chef and I'm providing these meals for the public to consume. So I wasn't proud of my work anymore. You know what I mean? So I had to walk away.
Then I can remember when that change came through, because we used to just throw every video on we could find, period. Okay. But then I remember discussions you, Matt, and I used to have about, should we play this or should we not?
Yeah. We started having more conversations like that because we were getting more videos. We would always have one or two to kind of filter in, you know what I mean? But the scales were tipped in our favor when it came to actual cleaner music to play and choose from. But then the scales tipped. And now it's like, God, man, what the heck? We got no options, So yeah.
Which was the South jumping in there, Miami sounded,
It was really both sides. It was everybody.
It was all around.
Yeah, it was everybody.
Even Chicago, it was all around. And we really had to make a choice, and during this 9-to-5 experience, my son was born as well. As it got more and more, which I think is one of the reasons, except I'm not going to put nobody out there. One of the reasons I didn't have a problem leaving was because, I wanted to be there for him. You guys didn't have any kids.
Yeah.
I had a son. I wanted to be there for him and raise him the proper way. So I said, I'm going to do one more year and then I'm going to bounce. Okay. And a lot of stuff went on in between that, but I think it was the best decision that we all made to try to be more mature, I'll call it, as to our choices. And I think that's why everybody's where they're at right now in the profession that we've chosen to do, because we changed for the better, as opposed to staying where they were trying to make us stay, So for all of you guys, man, and Chris, I know you're a producer as well now, and I'm glad you brought that up. Ben, how much has the industry changed in your eyes? Okay, and has it changed for the better? Are there more opportunities for these younger guys, more real opportunities, or is it just the status quo? Anybody can answer that.
I think it's shifting back. I think, and it just happens with time. You just got to cycle through some things. Because see, I just relocated to Atlanta less than a year ago, and we're in the process of creating quite a few original shows for our own streaming channel, and one of them, tapping into some 925 roots, will be a form of a music program. So as we do our research and see what's out there, that music is definitely alive and gaining strength, but they need a platform. Right. You know what I mean? They need a platform. But this is when it comes to the music and what's being permeated throughout the culture, you have to understand who the heads are. The heads are not us. Yeah. All right. We don't own these top spots or these platforms. So when it comes to the gateway of negative information to hurt our kind, you have to understand who the gatekeeper is. So it's all methodical. It isn't by accident. So that culture that we came from, that positive, intellectual type of music, it exists. It's just being muffled. They need a platform. So that's going to be an avenue that I'll be able to address. And it may be just a rock in the ocean, but it'll be an opportunity to at least say, hey, look at this little light up over here. This type of content and these people who want to give positive information, they do exist. So come next year, like I said, we'll be releasing quite a few programs, but that's going to be one of them.
Original programs, Ben, because I know you and I talked about this. Okay, so we're actually going to be competing.
It don't matter. I fight my brother all the time.
All day.
No, but we have. Look, I'll tell you this. There's definitely space. You know what I mean? And we talk all the time on ideas and things like that. So. And we have different styles and things like that, and it's welcome. You know what I mean? And if anything, we love competition. And I'll call you, and give you a Band-Aid until you had a block. You know what I mean? So
I honestly don't think it's competition as much as it is a positive link to the same, end. So, either way it goes from dope living to being, or vice versa. Just keep the loop going.
Yeah, he know how we
add some more links to them chains.
Just got to call me a little bit earlier now, Ben. I'm 60 now, man. So you got to call me a little bit earlier.
I'll call
work for me.
I'll call you between your naps.
My old man, look at that, dog.
If we get him.
Wait, what do you think about the music?
Oh, is that for me?
Yeah. So, what do you think about the music?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the playing field is a lot more level now. When I first started, really working in the business, that was right at the point when everything started transitioning from traditional to the digital age. So I got to watch how labels started consolidating, and you had all these at the time there were illegal streaming platforms like LimeWire and Napster, and all of that was coming into the foray. And so I think now with everything right in your hands, literally, there aren't as many gatekeepers. Like, people don't need traditional major labels to break a record. I mean, you look at somebody like Chance the Rapper, here in Chicago.
Drake.
Drake. These cats did it on their own, whether it was through pushing the mixtape circuit or creating their own platforms. So I think there's like Ben said, there's space for everybody. So you don't have to wait. You can just create. Create, don't wait. So it's definitely something that I feel like we didn't have when we were coming up. You know what I mean? We had to. It was a lot of person to person, hitting the streets, pounding, grinding. Street teams going into these markets, going into these radio stations. Now you got to do this is all you need right now. A finger. hit a button. You know what I'm saying?
Upload.
And I'm right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being a little facetious. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to it, but now you got everything at your fingertips. You don't. Some of your biggest movies now are made on the iPhone. People can record whole albums in GarageBand or whatever software they use. And then put them right out to Apple Music and Spotify and all of that.
Right.
And people are making their entire living off of YouTube videos or TikTok.
Yep.
So it's you don't have to wait any longer. You don't have to push through this person who's trying to block you over here, this person who's trying to block you over there. You just create and come up with your strategy, and you can do it yourself. So
Chris Mills has he's got some things going on. He's been a label owner, he's been a record producer, this and that. Chris, I need you to check this out real quick, okay? And let me know what you think, okay? You listen?
Oh boy.
See if we can sign these guys right here, Chris. All right.
I think I know what this is.
Portion of it. Let's see if you can know what this is. And I want your honest opinion, man. And if you want to sign them, just sign them tonight.
Oh boy, here we go.
Ready?
Here we go.
It feels like new water. Ain't no better feeling. Got Benjamin, Grant, Jackson stay peeling. Ferrari Calaveras and spiders be two-wheeling. You want it, I got it, let's get it. It feels like new water. Ain't no better feeling. Got Benjamin, Grant, Jackson stay peeling. Ferrari Calaveras and spiders be two-wheeling. You want it, I got it, let's get it. It's on. Get your weight up, homie, not your hate up. Promoters got deposit checks, lock the date up. We on demand like Comcast, the network. Got reach like Reed Richards, only second to.
Yo, man, this hangover is ridiculous. Yo, what the hell happened last night?
I'm gonna make some boom boom, y'all gonna dance to it. I'm gonna make flapjacks. Stacking dough like Bisquick. Yo, that fire all up in this with a brand new swag.
Drop that booty down low, shout it, pop it like some tags.
Got you gone off that here. See, I'm trying to get it in. Breaking off that Kit Kat like that 20 fan. This that new you dig. Ain't no bull, it's just turn that fire up, Joe. And watch me cut them grits. Cut them grits. Put some butter on it. 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 Shout it. Shout it. Shout it. Shout it. She's shaking them hips and licking them lips. What? She's stirring them grits and doing it. I'm digging this chick that's kissing this chick. I choosing a pick, they bout to get hit. Come on. Valet pull up the whip and haters get sick. No need to guess, it's cold and finest. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Take a pick, bounce, bounce.
Click, click, click.
Cut them grits for some butter.
Oh man.
So,
David, was that you?
I got
Was
two
that you in
questions.
that blonde wig, honey?
yeah. So let me-
Man, that's a hit. Put that on TikTok. You will see that's a hit.
Who the
so
hell
let me
Yeah.
say a couple of things about that.
What's up?
I got
One,
two questions.
Shout out to Zell's cousin and nephew who are in the video. The guy who was playing the Antoine Bigham's character
The
is
crackhead.
Dave Hellum. He's a huge comedian and writer. He writes for was it Raven's Home, the Disney show. And he's a big time. He's got comedy specials and really doing his thing. And then Zell's nephew, Eric, also known as Young Wayne, he's also in the video. He has a new podcast with Lil Rel called Keeping It Real with Young Wayne, and he's been on McDonald's commercials and hosting all types of ESPN specials and stuff like that. So shout out to them. But I wanted to say how that whole concept came about. We were, man, so me and Zell had kind of semi-retired from the rap game for a minute, and then I was at the time when I was working for the label and I was promoting artists like Soulja Boy and all of these like catchy songs was coming out at the time, like Crank That Superman and Laffy Taffy and all these crazy dance records or whatever. And I was like, man, why is all this stuff so popular? And I was like, man, we need to come up with something. And so I came up with Cook Them Grits. And I think Zell, if I'm not mistaken, I went in and like recorded the hook or whatever with All Bangers. Rest in peace, Harvey All Bangers. And then I brought you the record and was like, we got to do something with this, right?
I wasn't in. I wasn't told him.
Yeah, right.
I was. Yeah. He called me and he's like, "Man, let's make a song about making fun of other songs that make up dances." And I'm like Weird Al Yankovic, like that's the only person. I was like we just making fun of people. He's like, yeah, but it's gonna be dope because the people that know that we making fun of it, they gonna rock with us, and the people that don't know, they gonna still rock with us. And I was like, nah.
And that's why
we didn't do that kind of rap. But he goes to the studio with Harvey All Bangers, calls me on the phone like, Zell, listen to this. I was like, let me start writing my verse.
I want to get
that's why
I want to get you guys a record deal. Okay, Chris, you said you had two questions.
Well, he answered one of the questions. The first question I wanted to know, and he answered really the second question because he said around Crank That. So this is like what, 05, 06, 04?
Probably well, I think we put it out in 06, but I think we might have recorded it a little bit before that.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Well,
The reason I was gonna ask is because I was like, okay, well, I guess we got to blame y'all for the auto tune and not T-Pain.
What's funny? Can I cuss on here, Greg? Can I cuss?
Go for
it. No, that's why in the beginning of the song it says, "I'm gonna make some bullshit and y'all gonna dance to it. Y'all gonna dance to it. Y'all gonna dance to it." And I had got that. I was inspired to write that line from Goody Mob. because they had a song
Oh,
on
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
albums where they was like, y'all will listen to some bullshit first,
Yeah.
rather than hear, hear the truth in records or whatever. And that
Right.
line always stuck with me. So when songs like Crank That, like, don't get me wrong, when I hear those songs come on, with the exception of Laffy Taffy, I absolutely hate Laffy Taffy. But all of these other, like, dumb teeny bopper, dancey songs, I like a lot of them, and I'll dance when they come on in the club. But at the time, I was like, man, why do people like this stuff? So I was like, man, we gotta do it, man.
Yeah. So
when we performed that song, it was a party. Like,
oh my God.
Like, you wouldn't believe, like, it was literally a party. There's footage of us performing it live
on YouTube.
So you can Google Cold F.I. Cook Them Grits. You gotta spell them D-E-M. Grit is G-R-I-T-Z. But when we performed it, it was a party. Like, people were, when we would do shows, we would have to perform it twice. Because if we performed it before the end of the show, they would be like, cook them grits. Cook them grits. And we'd have to do it again.
I got a question, man.
I still want them to perform.
I got a question. Ain't nobody gonna address the rooster y'all had?
Oh yeah, I just
well, that's a good question, Dan.
That was the subliminal for excuse me, Marcy. That was the subliminal for cock, right?
Oh no. It was a nod. It was a nod to the movie The Hangover.
Yeah.
Got you. Because I know in one of the lines, I think it was in your lines, Zell, you was like, I'm gonna take two chicks, and so that's and then it went straight to the roosters. I was like, okay, that was nice.
So when we came up with the concept for the video, since we was doing parodies of everything, the two main parodies that run through the video are The Hangover and Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
So that's why you see the the black and white with us dancing with the ghosts or whatever. And I think we threw something else in there. We also did a little tease to Chicago Jerry. Chicago Larry. I'm sorry.
Chicago Larry.
So for those that don't know, Chicago Larry is a long-time legendary photographer. He used to be out at all the events we would be at and stuff, taking pictures. And so we poked a little fun at him, except we called him Chicago Jerry. And we had one of our guys dress up with a Jerry curl wig and was taking pictures in the video too. So and then we just went crazy with it. We threw Antoine Bigham's in there. Yeah, we did some other stuff in there.
Hey, look, I was about to say, man, Dave Chappelle stole Antoine Bigham's from y'all. T-Pain stole Auto Tune from y'all. I'm like, man, y'all got some lawsuits on y'all head. Y'all need to go get that much.
But yeah, we even performed it at Zell's wedding reception.
No, you didn't.
No,
wow.
The song played at the wedding reception.
I thought we performed.
No. We performed it at my birthday party though.
Okay.
Yeah,
we played it at the reception, and people was dancing.
It turned the reception was turned out when Cook Them Grits came on.
Yeah,
hey, man, that's a party.
It's a party.
I'm a little hungry now for some grits.
Yeah. And my question is, where the hell did y'all get the bird from to put it in the video?
Oh, that was Zell.
Yeah,
like literally.
And y'all trained him, right? He was trained.
He just walked around right
there.
Exactly.
Yeah, she walked around 8.
I was shocked. Zell was like, yo, Dave, you never guess what I got in my car right now.
Oh, Lord.
I was like,
no.
Wow.
Who rides
with a chicken in a cage.
Damn. That's great.
No yard animals were hurt during the production of the music video. So, I knew a guy that had a farm, and he had some chickens on the farm, and he said, I got one really well-behaved chicken that would love to be in the video. I'm like, bring the chicken. And he brought the chicken, and she did a great job.
Chicken that would love to be in the video. You asked the chicken, and the chicken said, "Sure, papa."
Oh my God, man!
And then, we have been talking with my guys, my family, okay, from 925 music video show, groundbreaking show, man. It did so much, man. I want to know from you four guys right now, what's next for you guys? Ben,
continue to develop these shows that will be launching shortly on our streaming channel. That's probably one of my biggest joy. I'm also into real estate, commercial real estate. I always like money. So basically that's it. You know what I mean? Those streaming programs really get me excited, so you'll be getting a lot of calls, man. I'll be bouncing some ideas off you. Don't steal them, dude.
No, man, I got my team right here. We still. Right. Drew. What about you, Drew?
Well, we're gonna just continue on with on the Series 33 and the third podcast. Me and my man Dave here. Still trying to get these guests coming on. Hopefully we can get y'all on this podcast one day soon.
Anytime.
I'm trying to move out. I've been in retail for so long. I'm tired of it, but I'm trying to move on, find bigger and better things. So we'll see how that goes.
I mean, your drive is impeccable, bro. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Dave, what you got, bro? What's the next movie you gonna be in?
I did a couple independent movies that's gonna be coming out soon. One of them is called Night Hunt, and then the other one is called Roman. And man, just like Drew said, we're continuing to do on the Series 33 and third podcast, and hope to write a book and complete production on a short film that I wrote back in 2020.
Most definitely. That's great. Zell, what you got, brother?
All right. So where do I start? All right. So right now I have 2 books that are available. I'm an author. We talked about that, but didn't get into it the last time, right? So I am the author of right now 2 children's books. One is Another Alphabet Book Daddy, and then the other one is Another Numbers Book Daddy.
Okay.
Sarcasm. I'm introducing kids to sarcasm, real early. So Another Alphabet Book Daddy, as if there aren't enough alphabet books, right? And Another Numbers Book Daddy. So my book it's phonics. I brought phonics back, which was so important in schools, and we got away from phonics. So the book is full of rhyme patterns, alliteration. Each page is full of colorful animals. So I decided that I wanted to be universal. I wanted universal appeal. So I started with the alphabet book. Each letter is identified with an animal, from Anthony the alligator to Zachary the zigzag and zebra. And all throughout, you have an animal that's related to a letter in the alphabet. So I'm going to bake your noodles. So later on, think of an animal that begins with the letter N. Don't answer now, just think about it. So we go through all the I go through all the alphabets, create these characters, create this universe, and they pop up in the next book, which is Another Numbers Book Daddy. Both of the books are available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback format. So they're available now. I actually am working on a 3rd and 4th book, which will be a colors and numbers book and a book about overcoming fears. So those books will be coming soon. I'm working on getting them into production this year so that they can possibly both come out next year. So Eldorado Jones, if you're watching, that's my illustrator. That's my partner in crime on these books. So, we mean in these streets on these books. So we're working on I also have a pickup and delivery business where I pick up things that are too big to fit in your car. So this allows me the flexibility to keep my schedule open to do auditions, trainings, different courses, things of that nature. So whenever I need to move around, I keep my schedule available by doing pickup and delivery. So Joel, pickup and delivery.
You can come pick up my ex-wife.
Well,
Wow.
We don't pick up things that are alive.
You said
had the chicken in your car. You do.
Things that are too big to fit in the car.
That was before the business. The business. Okay. And then so I kind of got a loose confirmation that episode 2 of season 13 will be my episode for Fatal Attraction, which will be on TV1, which should be the end of this month, maybe the 29th. Check your schedule. So season 13, episode 2 should be my episode, and I get a chance to shine a little bit on that one. So
Cool.
that should be enjoyable.
Okay.
And then I'm always auditioning, working on what's next, always training, and just making sure I stay ready. Because again, if you stay ready, you don't have to
get ready.
Get ready.
Yeah, man, I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be joining y'all soon. This is my Katina Fields, my publicist out there in California. She's doing a lot of big things. Okay, love you, Katina. I'm ready. Got to do some different things. And Ben is an inventor as well as a game show creator. Okay, Ben didn't say anything about that, but
yeah, okay.
You know.
Yeah, well, there's a lot will be released next year, but I got my own game that I actually invented in or created in 2020, right when the pandemic hit. Finding out that my mom had cancer, it propelled me to get up off of what I call paper. You know how you always have ideas on paper, and I'm sure we all got notebooks. And I said, man, I don't know how this thing is going to turn. You know what I mean? It's just an unknown variable. So it put me into hyper mode, and it was the first time with me dealing with e-commerce overseas with China. So I learned that process, and it took so many days and sometimes a couple of months for a product to get in front of me, so I can get it right. But I had the vision on what it was and how it looked. But within 5 months, I had the first prototype, and I was able to present her the game, although it's unauthorized because I'm going through the patent process. But I was able to give her that game. Now she's alive and well. She beat it, so thank God for that.
Thank God.
But it definitely, like I said, pushed me to the end. And I've never worked so hard on a project from concept to development as I did with that. You know what I mean? But she just giving it to him, man. It was like wow, I did that. So and of course with me from the video field, I'll create a show around it to help not only entertain but also to promote the game itself. So one of the other streaming shows that we'll have.
Ben, I got a quick question for you, Ben.
Okay.
Man, congrats on everything you got going on, man. But I think the most important question I have is, man, how do you get your beard like that, man? I'm trying, I'm struggling to get my beard, you know what I'm saying, all sexy like yours.
It's
man.
berries and juices. Berries and juices.
What you put on your beard, bro?
A lot of you have to surround yourself by a lot of positivity and just I'm just saying it just looks like you're around a lot of arguments.
Okay.
So I would change your environment.
Oh, man. Hey, Dave, you need some boots. That boy.
You ain't listening.
Shout out to the beard gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to the beard gang.
Yeah, Drew and Ben over here.
Hey, look like Dave around people throwing grits and chicken and hot dogs across the room, Hey, chickens flying across the room. No, I'm joking, man.
Hey, this is how we used to keep ourselves grounded, okay? Because we could talk about each other and nobody got offended back in the day, okay? You can talk and keep, man, look, I am so happy. I'm so blessed to have you guys in my life, okay? I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. You already know, man, okay? So, man, we got to do a real 925 reunion real soon.
Do it. We love you right back, brother.
Yes, sir.
Love you, Jay.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, my crew, we always go around the horn with that, okay? And just give a couple of final words, all right? So I'm going to let everybody give a final word real quick. All right, Chris, I'm going to start with you, bro.
Man, basically, tune in Saturday. Big Game Hunters Entertainment Worldwide Music Podcast, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This week we got on Destiny Rada, international music star. We have her on. I mean, this is kind of grand to see this 925 reunion. You know what I'm saying? I always tell Greg I was mad. I never had the opportunity to get on the show. I always tell him that, bro. When I was making noise in the Midwest too, 925 was at its highest, at its peak point when everybody was trying to come at him, man. But yeah, man, be on the lookout. Like I said, for the podcast, got a show on the 27th. back performing again, doing that on the 27th. Got a TV reality show coming out, hopefully fourth quarter, first quarter, somewhere in that range with it's about boxing. It's a reality show about boxing called Celebrity Making of a Champion. Male, we're doing 147 pounders. Winner wins $1 million on both sides. Men is 147. Women is 118 to 126. Win $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting that all together. And man, it's good to see the family, man. You know, I don't be on here as much as I used to, but it's good to see the family. And we got some big things in the works. And also to reply what Ben was talking about earlier, shout out to my guy DJ Certified, rest in peace, man. We used to have a music video show too. That was a music mix video show. So we actually had it on if you and ATL been, we used to have it on Hot Noise Entertainment channel that was on Roku. We did actually 6 years of it. And it was a dope concept, man. So yeah, man, congrats on everybody and their success, man, what y'all been doing and what God got planned for y'all in the future, man.
So, Ben, real quick, Ben, what you got?
You know what? Keep pushing. You know, always accept the challenge. You know, with challenges, it promotes growth, and you never want to stop growing. You know, if you have a vision or an idea that's been pinging in your head for years and years and years, don't go to your grave with that. Birth it. You know, and accept the opportunity to fall. Accept the opportunity to fall. A lot of people don't want to take those steps because they're embarrassed on how they'll look. You know, I'll tell you this, I don't care who you are. When you start off with a new path or a new journey or whatever, we all look like Bambi, you know, with the shaky legs, the scrawny legs or whatever. So you have to learn how to put horse blinders on, turn down the music of other folks that's giggling and everything, because those people will come full circle giving you the hip hip hooray and they I knew you could do it or whatever, because they now see your greatness. Yeah, we all started out before, during puberty as the ugly kid with this going on, and the weight's not on, and you know what I mean. And then we grew up to be some great folks, you know. So give yourself permission to try different things, to fall and to win. You know, go for it and go for it bold. This is your thing and nobody else's. So don't give anybody permission to tell you that you're not great and you're not chosen to give your all or to take those chances with the gift that God placed inside of you. They can't see it or see what you see because God didn't give it to them. He gave it to you.
Okay, real good. Drew, drop a gem, bro.
Man, I just gonna say be loyal, be blessed, and be humble. Keep it short and simple.
That's what's up, Dave.
Dope.
Yeah. Don't wait. Create. You are your only competition, and you know the only difference between you and any of the people that you look up to, or are doing those big and grand things that you want to do, is discipline and consistency. So just keep working, no matter how big or small. Work every day. Do something to work towards your goal, and you will achieve it. No matter how long it takes, you will get there as long as you stay consistent and stay disciplined.
That's right. Zell.
First of all, I want to tell Jeff, I love your color choice.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Great minds think alike. Okay. So I was looking at the color on your shirt. Okay. I want to say that everybody here, everyone from the top to the bottom, everyone has dared to dream and go forth to accomplish those goals and achieve those dreams and make them reality. So I just want to challenge everyone to continue to live outside the box, live outside the confines of normal, what they consider a normal job or a normal dream. Like, I want to be a police officer. I want to be a firefighter. There's more things that you can be, even no matter how old you are. You could be 45, 50 years old and say, you know what? When I was young, because And imagination is encouraged when you're young. Then you get older, and they're like, you're too old for that. That's not a realistic dream. But it's not. It's not an unrealistic dream. So whatever it is that's in your heart that you want to do, dare to do it. Dare to dream. Dare to create a dream so big and so bold that you can't achieve it. So you'll continue to work towards that dream. And it's the journey. It's the steps along the way that are the milestones that will allow you to win. Ben said, he was talking about your vision being not only for you, but for other people. I think about my vision board that I have on my wall. I have a vision board where I have a bunch of things that I want to accomplish, right? Some of the things I've already hit. Some of the things I'm still working on. I need to work on a new vision board because I've hit some of those goals. But all of those goals and all of those things on my vision board are connected to so many other people. So let's continue to dream and work towards achieving those dreams. Love you all.
Absolutely. Marcella.
First of all, I would like to thank you guys for coming on our show. This was such a great show, hearing your stories, your shenanigans. To our viewers, don't allow others to determine your destiny. Like the other said, dream big. If you fall, get up, keep going. Just keep going and dream big.
Shenanigans, huh? Moby.
Shenanigans.
Man, this has been real cool. I'm glad to meet you guys. I've known Greg forever. We both dusty together. So anyway,
just old.
Dave, I dig the hell out of your hat, man. You got to tell me where I get that.
I had to
like
represent.
that. And look, I'm telling you, like I tell these folks every time I leave here, the only difference between a winner and a loser is a loser gives up.
Coach.
It is. Accountability, y'all. Take accountability for your own actions. Take responsibility for those failures. And they're not even really failures like that. It's always a lesson that can be learned so you can advance to the next level. And I got a second part, goals versus objectives. And Greg is going to take that third part after Jenna.
Stir those grits. Hey.
Cook them grits, Gina.
Cook them. They had to stir them too.
Cook the grits.
Congratulations on all of you. You are a prime example of a successful Black man, and I just love it. Keep doing what you're doing. Spread the wealth. Teach the young ones how to be successful. I really, really enjoyed this show tonight. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love what we're doing right now as far as with the Dope Living TV live program and show. But people always say, if there was a time in your life that you could go back and relive over, where would it be? It would be my 9-to-5 days with these gentlemen here, man. Okay, I'm telling you, because those were some of the best moments of my life. Okay, I met some kings. I truly met some kings. Didn't know it at the time, all right, but I met some of the most progressive brothers that I think I'll ever meet in my life, and blood could not make us any closer, honestly. All right, and like Andrew said earlier, okay, we don't have to see each other every day, but I know that if I make a call, or if you make a call, we'll all be there. So I just want to say again, man, my objective was to show everybody where we came from and where we're at now. Okay, it wasn't a goal. I don't make goals. I set objectives. Goals have ending dates. All right, they have ending times. Objectives are wide open. You can use your objective to get to that goal. I choose objectives because I'm still working. I don't care how old I get. I'm still working. I'm gonna give Ben a call at 2:00. Gonna take it an hour earlier. Then maybe next year, by the time I'm done, I'll probably be calling Ben at 5:00 in the afternoon. Okay,
hey, that $1 million check hit, man.
But hey, man, look, understand this, guys. Okay, we started as a family, and we're gonna end up as a family. I love you guys, man. I thank you guys for giving me the time to really just make my day great. I'm overwhelmed right now. Okay, and we normally end at 8:30, but 8:44 is cool with me, man. All right. Yeah. That's it, y'all. This is family. I mean, it's doubled up right now, boy. So
wow. He's so beside himself right now. See up in the corner, he got all these folk over here.
Boy.
He just
Hey, on the flow.
I'm feeling.
We need to retro those 925 t-shirts.
No, hey Ben, you gotta tell them we need to get them old jackets with those jackets.
Wait, I was just about to say,
I still got my jacket.
Me of a sore
You still
spot.
got it?
We never got 925 leather jackets. Remember that?
Yes, you're right. You're right, Dave.
Hey,
No.
y'all came after they were created.
No.
Just like we run out of time, folks.
Don't worry about it. Hey, I got y'all. I won't get the jacket, but I'll get y'all a Flame James pager.
Flame James pager.
Wow.
Dang.
James, that was one of our sponsors?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, but before I go, Greg, look at what you've done, man. Look at it. So you are the nucleus, right, of this.
Yep.
So thank you for having a vision that has touched so many lives. So thank you, brother.
On that note,
Yeah, I mean, like I always tell you, man, he the one that gave me the vision to get in the position that I'm in right now, bro. You know what I'm saying? I never got a chance to be on Studio 925, you know what I'm saying? But watching him and seeing somebody that grew up in the same neighborhood that I grew up in, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to call and talk to and get advice from, you know what I'm saying? Even in my bio, you know what I'm saying? In my bio and my and everything about me, you know what I'm saying? His name is mentioned. We just had an article on Stardom 101 magazine. His name is in there, bro, because he's one of the ones that created me to go on the path that I'm on right now and continue to go on. You know what I'm saying? Like G always say, we ain't seen each other in what? How long was it, G?
Like 15.
It was like 20 years almost, 10 years, 13, something like that. You know what I'm saying? He saw me on y'all probably know him as Lex. He used to be with Playbook Music with Lay Boys back in the day, but saw me comment on him and we hooked back up, man. And it's like we ain't never stopped talking in that time we was apart, man. So yeah, man, give, like Zell said, man, give Greg all the credit, you know what I'm saying, all the motivation that keeps me pushing forward in everything I'm doing, bro.
So
can I go now?
Hey, Greg, they're clowning you in the chat, just so you know.
Hey, I'm trying to make him cry. I normally make him cry. I'm trying to make him cry, bro.
I saw you clench that bottom lip like Denzel, brother. I saw you clench that bottom lip.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that tedder ball, y'all. I'm trying to get that tedder
Greg,
ball.
hold your head up.
That Cubs hat hanging real low.
That glory tear coming out.
Hey, Greg, I love you, man.
Hey, real quick. Zell and Dave, did y'all used to perform with the camp back in Illinois?
I feel like we did do a show.
I feel like we did some shows with them.
I think we did shows together back in Illinois when I was in Gary, because camp used to have that studio right there off. I think it was off of Calumet Avenue.
Yeah. And I think I know some producers. Yeah. They used to work with them too.
Okay.
Can I go?
We all connected.
Yeah. Somewhere. Hey, G, I ain't been on in a minute. I was trying to make it to at least 9 o'clock for y'all.
Can we go now?
Hey man, I love you guys, man.
Hey, we love you.
Real quick, before we leave, the Las Vegas Stars is now on 500 different publications. So all you got to do is Google the Las Vegas Stars new NBA franchise to Las Vegas, and 500 publications will pop up. So y'all can check it out.
Might as well throw mine out there. Don't forget Distinguished Authors Guild, November 9th in Las Vegas, Nevada. We are honoring our African American authors, you guys. They put a lot of work, right, Zell? They put a lot of work in those books.
Yes.
We are honoring them on the 9th, live, Las Vegas, Nevada.
So
all right.
I'm gonna be a greeter at Kmart. Even though there's not,
You said a greeter at Kmart.
Kmart.
There's none
Can you make those?
I thought you was gonna say Ventures or Zares or something like that, bro.
Damn.
Go Black.
Wow, he went way
Go
back.
Black.
Way back.
He's not old enough.
Woolco. Yeah, I was gonna say Woolco. Woolworth.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. This is my family. Y'all get your own, okay? We will see you guys next week. All right?
Peace.
Peace
Au
out.
revoir.
Peace out.